Men who are abused over a lengthy period of time will finally part ways. However, society does not have the emotional or social intelligence to grasp this idea. It is very likely that society anticipates that guys will experience abuse indefinitely. Men are being relegated to being nothing more than sperm donors, human cash registers, and wage slaves. The lies of the fourth wave feminist critique are connected with the claim that men are too noisy to be quiet. NG Teludu wasn't given a label until quite recently. Before that, it was just an unavoidable fact that a man had to come to terms with. Someone in this circumstance used to be referred to as having the status of a confirmed bachelor. If a man has no plans to get married or put a ring on anything, he is said to be a confirmed bachelor. A man is said to be a confirmed bachelor if he has made up his mind that he will never wed. Therefore, they push the image that MGTOW is a collection of men who think of themselves as losers rather than promoting them as a group of failed, impoverished, and unattractive men who can't get a date or a quotation. Fourth wave feminists, on the other hand, are unable to brand someone a loser if they have already assigned that label to themselves. It has also been used as a pejorative slur to describe gay guys. This kind of insulting language is all too often when employed in quotes, and it is no longer useful for guys. This entails, among other things, surviving financially, psychologically, and socially. Many members of the MGTOW group are used to being classified as gay for not dating or getting married. The account of how Robin Williams' first wife sexually assaulted him after their divorce, and how he was compelled to pay her $50,000 every month for the rest of his life. Because of the incident, it shouldn't be shocking that a man who had never been convicted of a crime committed suicide after receiving a lifetime salary of $900,000 per year. Regarding MGTOW, because they are no longer in charge, a large element of the fourth wave feminist movement feels deceived, going to use doubt as a means of self-liberation and escape from a variety of issues, like being raped, experiencing a divorce, or losing their jobs. Fourth wave feminists believe that it is crucial to cast doubt on MGTOW because they do not subscribe to the idea that women are victims. Be hushed by whatever means necessary, but how can you maintain a group of men who don't feel animosity toward one another or a common political ideology? Along with keeping things quiet and preventing false allegations, there is no one in control. Men should avoid getting close to women in any way. According to males, avoiding women in the job is merely the first step in a process that leads to a much less stressful and significantly more secure life when you don't have to worry about being ruinated by a woman. Why do you think politics is becoming more erratic than it has ever been, and that it will soon be a field dominated by women, when men in Scandinavian nations maintain a virtual distance from women because they view them as parasites who prey on men? Nonetheless, in industries where women predominate, every woman sees power. This is exactly how things ought to be, and you can't really fault men for doing things their own way to avoid one-on-one meetings, stop going out to eat with your female coworkers, avoid sitting next to them on flights, and reserve hotel rooms on different floors. In fact, hiring a woman in today's society is a dangerous move because you never know if she'll get something wrong. If, like me, you've been single for 5 years, you shouldn't be shocked if she does try something comparable to what I do at work just mentioned. You can easily disclose your sexual preferences in relation to staff members or human resources in your place of employment departments and making both you and presenting yourself as superior victim. If they keep bugging you about it, threatening to bring your case to the press. An individual who is committed to making his own way doesn't degrade women as a result of this choice. The notion of MGTOW is not new. Men do not inborn disposition to care for, and for no other reason than the phrase currently, MGTOW is in style. When women claim that men are sexists since the males decide to go their own manner, they are speculating, suggesting that they have disdain for before discovering that it is them. The guys who are disrespectful of them or they lack intelligence to understand that because men and women are not the same, we do not harbor the same silly resentments, the emotions they have for one another. However, ladies do not feel fear. In the presence of guys, there is certain that the majority of males will protect them from the bad folks they are accustomed to. They could disrespect men a lot, and treat them badly as they choose, but most men do, will still put themselves at danger to save them if they face risk. A man's physical attributes and money, social standing, and the likelihood that he'll be accused of lying accused. No strikes have taken place. Protesters demand that males have requires that they adhere or has purple hair to our LGBTQ convictions. The notion that you should be able to choose any course of study. Your course of action is essential to our viewpoint. We don't put enough of it there, placing a focus on women's resources because even younger people can now clearly see feminism. Male generations have begun to notice it. The red pilling procedure is also quicker. Beginning earlier than ever before, young men are now making their own decisions. Since there has been a rise in awareness of feminism, this is taking place as a result of teaching of gender-based propaganda elementary-aged boys, so much younger than the age at which girls are taught. According to my theory, the women are observing each guy go about his own business, and also because they think the boys' brainwashing will put a stop to then give it a shot. Then the boys observe how the women are attempting to impacting them. The purpose of this is that in order for the experiences of women to recognize as being necessary for men to express their concerns. Males must repeat what women say if men don't want that much more difficult to train us, to take them at their word. NG eliminates the monologue it was presented during interception. The fallacious notion held by the left is that men are gullible. The truth is that males are rebelling and are not naive. Greater than ever before speed. While not in the far-off future, there will be women anticipate that more LGBTQ men will take both conventional roles. Despite the differences in gender roles, this expectation's reality decreasing in realism. They don't searching for an affluent, capable cook, or a man can do the housekeeping. However, it is also feasible for this individual to work as a builder and an artist, powerful leader, who is also an artist docile, always willing follower, a sympathetic ear to cry on, but who lacks emotional commitment to a career, but rather on their family's necessities. After learning from swallowing the red pill what you could learn about feminine nature, never return to being a nomad feminist with a bulging stomach. When a man chooses to take his own course, and as he downs a red pill, he is left, there are just 5 options that appear to be a fruitless search. For a decent lady, the ones you find in the West may turn fast from good to terrible. The following step is to geomax and travel to a nation where there are more women feminine. Feminism, on the other hand, is on the rising globally as a result of the proliferation of mobile devices. A third, to come out as gay is an option. There are numerous contradictions that it would be hard for me to list them all. One of the strangest is this male observations that I've heard. I've observed men who haven't slept in a long time trying to abide by these guidelines with spoiled spouses of gold miners. By the way, when those women first appeared Eastern European countries, so what are the likelihood of finding a quality woman in the given that women in the East, the West already exhibit such behavior? But even gay men have admitted to me that it is quite challenging to locate a monogamous today's male partner as a man, when it's really simple to engage in sexual relations. Make use of apps. And fourth thing, you should think about changing whether you enjoy women's company shadow at 5 o'clock. The fifth, go MGTOW, or more specifically MGTOW monk. Keep going even if you did steps 1 through 4 you can. If you're a male, still go your own way. Even if you encounter a lovely woman today, there is no way to determine if she will continue to be devoted to you.